This episode is brought to you by Accenture. When your advertising operations fall out of sync, everything else follows. Spotify and Accenture are working together to reinvent the rhythm of ad sales, using automation, analytics, and smarter workflows to simplify campaign delivery and access better data across the business. The result? Less time spent on operations, more time connecting brands with the moments and fandoms that matter most. Learn more at accenture.com/Spotify.
English with Us podcast.
Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing amazing today. Welcome and welcome back to English with Us podcast. My name is David.
Hello, David. And hello, everyone. I am very excited about today's topic because free time is such an important part of life. Everyone has different things they like to do when they are not working or studying. Some people like to stay home and relax, and some people like to go out and do something active. I think this topic is very useful because people often ask this question in real life. They say, "What do you do in your free time?" So today's lesson is going to help learners answer that question in a simple, natural, and interesting way.
That is perfect, Emma, because today we will learn simple English for talking about what we do in our free time. We will talk about hobbies, activities, places, feelings, useful questions, and easy phrases people can use in real life.
David, before we start today's episode, we have a quick announcement, right?
Yes, Emma. We're now posting the full transcript and study pack for each podcast episode on Patreon. Each study pack can help you review the lesson, practice useful English, and keep learning after the episode.
That sounds really helpful.
Yes, you can join us on Patreon for only $3.99 a month. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for learning with us and supporting the podcast.
We hope to see you there. Now, let's start today's episode. David, quick question. What does "in my free time" mean?
In my free time means in the time when I am not busy with work, school, or other important things. Free time is the time you can use how you want.
So, free time is your personal time. It is the time when you can relax, have fun, or do something you enjoy.
Yes, exactly. A useful sentence is, free time is the time when I can do what I want.
That already sounds very useful.
Yes. Another useful sentence is, people use their free time in many different ways.
Quick check, David. Free time is the time when I am not busy with work or school, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some common things people do in their free time?
People often watch TV, listen to music, read books, play games, go for walks, exercise, cook, meet friends, or just relax. Relax means rest and feel calm.
Those are such useful everyday activities.
Yes. A useful sentence is, in my free time, I like to watch TV and listen to music.
That is a very strong, simple answer.
Yes. Another one is, some people like to go for a walk after work.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, I enjoy reading books in my free time. Enjoy means like doing something and feel good doing it.
That is a great sentence.
Yes. Another one is, sometimes I just relax at home.
Quick check, David. Relax means rest and feel calm, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what if someone likes quiet activities in their free time?
Then they may like reading, writing, drawing, listening to music, watching movies, or sitting quietly with a drink. Quiet activities are things you do in a calm way, often alone.
That sounds very peaceful.
Yes. A useful sentence is, I like quiet activities in my free time.
Very simple and useful.
Yes. Another one is, I love reading and listening to soft music. Soft music means calm, gentle music.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, I like to stay home and watch movies.
That is a great real-life sentence.
Yes. Another one is, quiet hobbies help me feel calm. A hobby is something you like to do in your free time.
Quick check, David. A hobby is something you like to do in your free time, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what if someone likes active things in their free time?
Then they may like running, hiking, going to the gym, playing sports, riding a bike, or traveling. Active means doing things with more movement and energy.
That is very useful too.
Yes.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire. The human postponer. They were the master of one phrase. I'll circle back on that. But 3 months later, you were the one doing all their work and wondering how big that circle is. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can take the hiring load off your plate by automating the hiring busy work from the initial job post to scheduling interviews. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
A useful sentence is, I like active things in my free time.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another one is, I often go to the gym after work.
Very practical.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, I like hiking on the weekend. Hiking means walking in nature for fun or exercise.
That is a great activity word.
Yes. Another one is, playing sports helps me feel strong and healthy. Healthy means good for your body.
Quick check, David. Active means doing things with more movement and energy, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some creative things people do in their free time?
Creative means making something with your ideas. Some people draw, paint, write stories, take photos, play music, or make videos.
Those are such interesting hobbies.
Yes, a useful sentence is, in my free time, I like to draw and write.
That is a very strong, simple sentence.
Yes. Another one is, some people enjoy taking photos of nature. Taking photos means making pictures with a camera or phone.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, playing music is a creative hobby.
That is a nice sentence.
Yes. Another one is, I like making short videos for fun.
Quick check, David. Creative means making something with your ideas, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some social things people do in their free time?
Social means with other people. People meet friends, visit family, go out for coffee, eat at restaurants, or spend time together at home. Spend time means use your time doing something with someone.
That is such a big part of free time for many people.
Yes, a useful sentence is, I like to meet my friends in my free time.
That sounds very natural.
Yes, another one is, I often go out for coffee with friends.
Very practical.
Yes, another useful phrase is, I spend time with my family on weekends.
That is a great real-life sentence.
Yes, another one is, sometimes we just sit and talk together.
Quick check, David. Spend time means use your time doing something with someone, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what about staying at home? Some people really enjoy that in their free time.
Yes, definitely. Staying home can be very relaxing and comfortable. Comfortable means easy and good for your body or feelings.
That is very true. Staying home can feel simple and peaceful.
Yes, a useful sentence is, I enjoy staying home in my free time.
That is a strong, simple sentence.
Yes, another one is, I like cooking, cleaning, and watching videos at home.
That sounds very natural.
Yes, another useful phrase is, sometimes doing nothing feels really good.
That is very real.
Yes, another one is, home is my favorite place to relax.
Quick check, David. Comfortable means easy and good for your body or feelings, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some common questions people ask about free time?
People often ask, what do you do in your free time? What is your favorite hobby? Do you like to stay home or go out? What do you do on weekends?
Those are huge real-life questions.
Yes, another useful one is, do you have any hobbies?
Very practical.
Yes, another one is, what do you do for fun?
That is a super common question, too.
Yes, another useful phrase is, how do you like to relax after work?
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another one is, do you like active hobbies or quiet hobbies?
Quick check, David. What do you do for fun is asking about activities you enjoy, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some simple answers people can give?
A person can say, I like reading and listening to music, or I usually go for a walk and watch TV.
Those are very strong, simple answers.
Yes. Another one is, in my free time, I like cooking and trying new food. Trying new food means eating food you have not had before.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another useful answer is, I do not do anything special. I just relax at home.
That is very real too.
Yes. Another one is, I enjoy spending time with friends and family.
That is a great answer.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, my favorite hobby is playing music.
David, what are some feelings people often have in their free time?
People often feel happy, relaxed, calm, excited, free, comfortable, or sometimes bored. Bored means not interested and feeling like nothing is exciting.
Those are perfect feeling words for this topic.
Yes, a useful sentence is, I feel relaxed when I read a book.
That is a very natural sentence.
Yes, another one is, I feel happy when I spend time with my friends.
Very practical.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, free time helps me feel calm.
That is a strong, simple sentence.
Yes, another one is, I get bored when I stay inside all day.
Quick check, David. Bored means not interested and feeling like nothing is exciting, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what if someone does not have much free time?
That happens a lot. Some people are busy with work, school, family, or other things. Busy means having a lot to do.
That is very real for many adults.
Yes, a useful sentence is, I do not have much free time during the week.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another one is, I am usually too busy, so I relax when I can.
That is a strong real-life sentence.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, on weekends, I try to do something fun. Try means make an effort to do something.
That is a useful word.
Yes. Another one is, even a little free time can help me feel better.
Quick check, David. Busy means having a lot to do, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some useful time phrases for talking about free time?
Some useful time phrases are,
This summer, soccer is here, and so are the watch parties. And Uber Eats has your game day essentials covered. Everything you need to keep your crowd happy, delivered straight to your door. Get wings, pizza, chips, dips, fresh ingredients, and more. Keep the soccer going and all your game day essentials flowing. Order in so you can lock in for the games. Only on Uber Eats for a limited time.
After work, after school, on weekends, in the evening, in the morning, sometimes, usually, and when I have time. Usually means most of the time.
Those are very important.
Yes, a useful sentence is, after work, I like to go for a walk.
Very practical.
Yes, another one is, on weekends I meet my friends.
That is a strong, simple sentence.
Yes, another useful phrase is, sometimes I cook in the evening.
That sounds very natural.
Yes, another one is, when I have time, I like to read.
Quick check, David. Usually means most of the time, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what about hobbies that help people learn something?
That is a great point. Some hobbies are fun and also helpful for learning. People can learn from reading, drawing, writing, cooking, playing music, or even watching useful videos. Helpful means useful and good for you.
That is very interesting because free time can be fun and productive too.
Yes, a useful sentence is, reading helps me learn new things.
That is a very practical sentence.
Yes. Another one is, cooking teaches me new skills. Skills are abilities you learn and improve.
That is a very useful word.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, in my free time, I try to learn something new.
That sounds very positive.
Yes. Another one is, a good hobby can be fun and helpful at the same time.
Quick check, David. Skills are abilities you learn and improve, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what if someone wants to sound more natural when talking about free time?
Then it is good to keep the answer simple and personal. Use common verbs like, enjoy, go, play, watch, read, cook, meet, and relax. Personal means connected to your real life.
That is great advice.
Yes, a useful sentence is, in my free time, I like to watch movies and cook.
That sounds very natural.
Yes, another one is, I usually stay home, but sometimes I go out with friends.
That is a very real answer.
Yes, another useful phrase is, I do not have one big hobby, but I like many small things.
That sounds so natural too.
Yes, another one is, my free time is simple, but I enjoy it.
Quick check, David. Personal means connected to your real life, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, can we do a simple practice conversation about free time?
Yes, let's do one.
Okay.
What do you do in your free time?
I usually listen to music, read, and watch movies.
Do you like to go out too?
Sometimes, yes. I like meeting friends for coffee.
That is a very natural free time conversation.
Yes, it sounds very real.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I do. I like cooking and going for walks
Why do you like those things?
because they help me relax and feel happy.
Excellent. Very simple and very useful.
David, what are the most important things to remember from today?
First, learn common free time activities like reading, listening to music, cooking, watching movies, meeting friends, and going for walks. Second, learn useful question patterns like, what do you do in your free time and what is your favorite hobby? Third, use simple personal answers that match your real life.
That is such a clear plan.
Yes, free time English does not need to be difficult. You only need some useful hobby words, some time phrases, and a few simple real-life sentences.
That is really helpful.
Yes. Simple English is enough to talk about free time in a very natural and useful way.
David, let's do a quick review quiz before the big summary.
Good idea. What is a hobby?
A hobby is something you like to do in your free time.
Yes. What does active mean?
Active means doing things with more movement and energy.
Correct. What does bored mean?
Bored means not interested and feeling like nothing is exciting.
Perfect. What are skills?
Skills are abilities you learn and improve.
Excellent. That was a very, very long and detailed conversation about in my free time. Now let's have a quick review of today's lesson.
Today we talked about simple and useful English for talking about free time. We learned common free time activities like reading, listening to music, watching movies, going for walks, cooking, meeting friends, spending time with family, and relaxing at home. These are very common things people talk about in real life.
We also learned useful hobby words, feeling words, and time phrases. We talked about active hobbies, quiet hobbies, social activities, staying home, and learning hobbies. That helps learners talk about many different kinds of free time.
We practiced strong real-life questions too, like, what do you do in your free time? What is your favorite hobby? Do you like to stay home or go out? And what do you do for fun? These are simple, natural, and very practical.
We also talked about useful answers, like I like reading and listening to music. I usually go for walks after work, and my favorite hobby is cooking. These kinds of simple personal answers sound natural and clear.
The big idea is this. Free time English does not need to be complicated. You only need some useful activity words, some feeling words, and a few simple real-life sentences. That is enough to talk about your free time in clear and natural English.
Your final homework for this lesson: comment 1 to 2 sentences about what you do in your free time. Here are 2 simple example answers.
Example 1. In my free time, I like to read, listen to music, and relax at home. Example 2. I enjoy cooking and going for walks because those activities help me feel calm and happy.
Thank you everyone for watching and listening all the way to the end.
If you enjoy our podcast and would like to support us, you can find the donation link in the description.
Every bit of support helps us keep creating free English lessons.
Keep practicing, and we'll see you later in the next episode.